Hey, what is up, dudes? I'm the Guitar Dude, and I welcome you to a new video. But before we start, I just want to say a couple of things. So as you know, and I've answered this in a bunch of comments, this is the pedal I've been using for most of my videos. It's a Zoom G2 guitar effects pedal. It has worked well with my electric guitar and also my acoustic guitar. It has a bunch of effects that are presets, and you can just switch between them with these two dials over here or these two switches over here, and these dials on the top are the ones that control all the properties of each effect, and you can just switch them. It's pretty old, so the dials don't work as well. They don't turn very well now, and I guess they're pretty dusty. I guess they're pretty old. I should open it up, and maybe with a little bit of cleaning it would work. But yeah, I've had this for quite a lot of years. For a beginner, when I first bought this, I was really beginner. I'm not especially that good, but when I was really a beginner, this came in handy. And it even has some drums that you can play while you're using the effects, so that helps a lot as well. And yeah, I've been using this for quite some time. Also with this audio interface, that's a Behringer audio interface, and this is just simply to send the audio from my guitar to the pedal, and then the pedal to the audio interface, and this has a USB connector, and this to my computer, so I can further on edit the audio or use it in some kind of program or some kind of software. And then using my video software, I can just make a new video for you guys. That's basically how I've been doing it so far. So why am I explaining this? Because from now on, I think I've been using this for like 2 videos, Boss GT1 guitar effects processor, and this replaces both of the effects pedal and also the audio interface, because it also has a USB connector, and it needs a power source, USB connector, and I need to plug in my guitar, and it works. And this has way more effects than the other guitar pedal. I can edit way more stuff, and as I've said before, I'm not really an expert, so I just use the basics, and I'm trying to learn a little bit more of how each effects and how each property, because it has low cuts, high cuts, it has a bunch of built-in effects. I know how to use some. I know how to use the preamps. I know what delays and reverbs does. Some more specific properties of each effects are still like, I still know a bit of them, but I don't know how to use them. It also comes with this little pedal over here that I can use to change the volume, and it has with a control pedal over here that I can switch between effects, so that's pretty cool. And the dials are really good for changing between effects and changing each property. So yeah, with this pedal I can even change the position of each individual effect. So I can, for example, put the reverb before the delay, or put the delay before the preamp. But it comes with like a normal order of these effects, so I haven't changed that much, and it gets pretty weird, and you get into some kind of like weird effects if you change them around too much, and I'm not really very experienced with changing that much stuff, because I've never owned these kind of effects where they're just like individual pedals that you just control them by themselves. So yeah, I'm gonna be using this pedal from now on. The downside of this pedal, I'd say, is that I can't use it with the acoustic guitar. I have an acoustic guitar, and if I connect it to this one, the sound doesn't come out right. There's kind of like a little bit too much of noise when I'm playing, so I don't think I can use this one, or maybe I don't know yet. But for acoustic, I just record it with this mic, and then I do a bunch of effects on my video editing software. So yeah. So getting that out of the way and answering some questions of what kind of pedal am I using, that's the one I'm going to be using from now on. And also a second thing I want to point out is that if anybody is interested, and because that's what I do in my free time besides playing guitar, I will be doing quite a bunch of streaming of some video games I like to play, because I like to play a lot of video games, and sometimes I feel like I want to stream them, and then I feel like, but what's the point? And then I just don't stream and I just don't play some video games I really want to get through. So I'll be starting a few streams here and there for video games. Besides, I want to be talking more in English because I want to take an English test, and I think I need to practice it even more than I do regularly, because I don't live in a country where English is the first language. So I think streaming would be a really great way of practicing my English, so I can improve it and I can improve my pronunciation. That is not, I don't think it's really that bad, but I think I can improve it even more if I talk it a lot more, if I'm just using it more constantly. And I think streaming is a good way to do it. And I don't know if I'll stream anything else in gaming. I don't feel like streaming playing guitar because I feel more comfortable doing it in my own time and doing it as a recording, because I can just cut out all the bad stuff I do, because I'm not perfect at playing guitar. And yeah, so I'll be streaming some games sometimes. And yeah, if anybody is interested in that stuff, you're welcome. And yeah, let's move on to the video I want to do today. That is, I got a request some time ago to figure out some tabs of a song that doesn't even have a guitar. So I'll just be doing something I feel that is right for this song. I'll be doing it on the electric guitar with some effects that I find reasonable for the song. That sounds good. I have thought about kind of like the riffs I need to do and the chords I need to do for this song. The song is called Freeway Crush by Ruby Haunt. And yeah, I'm just gonna figure out some tabs that would go right with the song, and I'll play it a little bit. Yeah, that's gonna be the video for today. And then someone asked me for a tutorial on a song I did, a lo-fi song that was Genma Music. It was a song called Hope. So after this one, I'm gonna do a tutorial for that one, and then I'll do a tutorial for World Star Money of Joji. So yeah, that's the order that I want to follow now. Perfect. Let's go. Okay, dudes. Now I have everything set up. I have my guitar connected to the pedal. I'm using just a standard tuning, just to make that clear. No changes here. It's alright. And I am using an effect with the pedal that I found called Pitch Shifter that changes the tone of each note. It can sound with a higher pitch or a lower pitch, but I just have it like normal. It'll sound like this. So I went with this one because it gave it like a little bit more of reverb, and that's what I like for this song. Now, the song, I'm just going to use power chords, which are, for example, if you do a bar chord in any position, your three fingers that are using the higher fingers that you're using, I mean, the index, ring, and pinky are the ones that are in the higher part of the guitar. You can just leave those from the bar chord position. You can just leave those pressing, not this one, not the middle finger, and cover the other strings with your index, and then you have a power chord, just playing 3 strings. In this power chord with the same position, you can move it along the guitar basically in any position on the 3 last strings and then on the lower 3. So you can use it with strings 6, 5, and 4, and then strings 5, 4, and 3. So to do power chords here or power chords here. So we can use up here or chords also sound nice, but for my preference, I'm going to be using with this effect these power chords on this song. So the song basically doesn't have any guitar. It just has keyboard and a bass guitar. And I'm gonna be replacing some stuff with some bar chords. So let's listen a little bit to the song. It starts out with like a little beat and then the bass comes in. So if you listen closely, the bass goes like this. Starts over here, then goes back here, just 2 times, and then goes up over here, plays a while, and then it stops on this one. Not this one, just the string, the note 0 on this one, which will be like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So it'll go like this. So in the first part, we got these notes, and you can put a power chord for each one using the position of the index finger. So if I start here, then the power chord would be like this. Then we go from there to there, to then this one. And these notes would be a C, an F, and then an A, and an E. And for the E, it's just you just play it once at the end before changing again to the C. So the beat starts and it has just like, it loops once on the beat and then the bass comes in. So here we can listen to the beat and then the bass comes in right away. And it goes from here to there, then there. And then you just play once the E. So it's boom, 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 boom. That's basically the whole rhythm. When the keyboard comes in, the rhythm changes a little bit, and I feel that it's not an E, it just goes back to an F. But we'll get to that right away. But first, I'm gonna try playing with the palm mute. With the chords I just shown, and with a little pattern that would be like this. This is like the easy way to do the pattern, the more easier way, because you just strum down. So you just strum down, and the pattern would be like dum, 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 dum. That's the whole pattern. So it'll be and the only thing you have to get used to is switching between power chords. It's the only thing you have to get used to. And it's the same position. The power chords doesn't change the position of the fingers, it changes the strings, so it shouldn't be that hard. And now with the palm mute, it would be like this. With the same pattern. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you get comfortable, you can add a little bit more of strumming in between. Doesn't change the pattern or the rhythm. You just add a little bit more strummings that go accordingly with the song. Also, another way you can do the strumming is 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, think I like that one better, and that's like the middle of the easier one and the harder one, and I think it sounds way better with the song. So I'm gonna use that one. I'm gonna use that one, trying to play the song, see how it sounds. And that's the point where the keyboard comes in, and that's the part where I say that the rhythm or the pattern changes a little bit. And before we go from this A to the E, we go now from A to an F. And if you listen to the song in this part, I like to just follow the rhythm of the piano, which is just strumming down at a constant speed. So you would just go just like that, and you just change the chords. So now I want to go from C to F, then to A, and then back to F. But this back to F is a little earlier than when we just did that one E. So it would be like, be a little bit earlier. You spend a little bit more time on that last F. Okay, now I want to show you how it sounds with the song. And on this one, I'm not going to use palm mute, so it's just going to sound like this. It won't sound more muted, it would just sound regular. I think that fits in with going from just the bass to the keyboard, that the keyboard sounds a lot more. Getting faster. Listening to the song right now, and this is the last bass part, I think. Yes. So now the keyboard will come in, and also my guitar. this has to be loud. Yeah, after that. And at this point of the song, there's no guitar, there's no bass, it's just a keyboard. At this part of the song, there's just a keyboard. And it plays very slowly, and it plays a rhythm that goes like... You go from, you start on the fourth string on the 5th fret, second dot on the guitar, 5th fret, and then you go on the 5th string, you go 2 and 3, and then you wait a little bit, and then you go back to the 4th string, but you play 2 and 0 now, so it's 2, and you let go 0, and then you go from the 5th fret, 4th string, to the 5th string, 3rd fret. So those are the last two. So it would be 4th string 5, then 5th string 2, 3, then back on the 4th string 2, 0, then on the same 4th string 5, and then 5th string 3rd fret. So the last two notes, 4th string 5 and 5th string 3. But what I like of the last part is that the bass comes in again and it plays something similar to that, but a little bit different. You start from here. You start from the 5th fret, but on the 6th string. So 6th string up here, 5th fret. So you would go from on the 6th string 5, 7, 8, then you go down to the 5th string and you would go 7, 5, and then you go 7 again, and then 8. So if you listen, this is the part where the bass comes in again, and it plays. And on the 3rd time, that's where you start picking a little bit more on each note. So you just don't do it just once. You go. The same positions, then 5, 7, but you play like. It would be like. Dum, 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 dum. And then you play 3 times here on the 8th, and after the 3rd time, you go back. And you start over here again. And then that just repeats itself until the end of the song. And this part just follows a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. To make it a little bit easier. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. So I'm gonna play that second part that goes a little bit into more picking of each note. And then the song keeps playing and it fades out slowly. and you can edit on this part. So that was just one of the things I wanted to get finished from the list I made of all the requests I've been getting. And this is obviously, again, an old request. If the person that requested it still is subscribed and was still waiting for maybe to know the tabs for that song, because these are just tabs that I made up. They don't have to be perfect, they don't have to be correct. I was the one that came up with this, so it's just my preference. It's just how I would play the song if someone asked me to do it. This is the way I would play it. So I hope it helped, and the person that requested it still, if he needed it, there it is. Yeah, so now I have to go edit and cut out all the mistakes I made throughout the video. It's probably like an hour long. And yeah, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please subscribe. I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers, which is, I don't know, for me it's pretty crazy. And yeah, I'm just gonna try to get through all the requests I have and put in some stuff that I like in between, as always. So as always, thank you, dudes. I'll see you later. Subscribe if you want to keep following my videos. Like on the video is always appreciated. And if you have any questions or any requests, just leave it in the comments below. I literally go through every comment. There's not so much, but every time I see a comment, I'm gonna answer it, obviously. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and see you later, dudes. Peace.